you're a small business and you haven't heard of vibe coding yet, you've been living under a rock. Vibe coding is changing everything about website design. In fact, I'm going to try to make a website for a hair salon in under 5 minutes using Lovable and ChatGPT. If you forward this to your website designer and you know how easy this is, he might just hate me for showing you this. So in this particular case, let's see, 5 minutes to see if we can do this Lovable site. So let's go ahead and prompt this. I am opening a hair salon and I would like to create a website. Can you give me a proper structure of a website and services and ideas of creating a beautiful website? Actually, I'm going to delete that last part. A lot of times you can delete whatever you put in the transcript, and in this case, I'm going to delete ideas. We're just going to keep it up to there, up to services, homepage, hero section, about us. Okay, great. So secondly, we're going to go here to ChatGPT. Then we're going to open a new project in which we are going to be a Lovable expert. Okay, we are going to add a new tab and I'm going to prompt, I need agent instructions for a project for a Lovable.dev expert. Okay, so I'm just telling ChatGPT to provide me with agent instructions for an expert developer for Lovable.dev. Now, in case you don't know what Lovable.dev is, part of what's known as vibe coding, and it's all prompt designing. You don't do any developer work, you don't touch any code. Lovable.dev, create me agent instructions for a developer expert in Lovable.dev that can utilize the best tools and features of Lovable.dev to create the best possible website with the most appealing features according to the vertical. We have to try that a little bit differently. Got to craft it sometimes, and just use your natural language is always my best bet and the advice that I got for you. Okay, so here it is. Choose core features, prompt strategy and interaction flow, development best practices, collaboration. Perfect. So let's copy this and let's add as instructions. Then let's go to website structure. Give me a final website description with great detail and add a modern look to it. Be sure to include the type of color palette and branding that I'd like, which is modern and cosmopolitan. Gladly, I can fix that. Okay, so we're asking for a final website description. So we're going to take this and now we're going to post it into the Lovable expert. It feels like it's been about 2.5 minutes. Okay, wonderful. Okay, give me the final Lovable.dev prompt that I will use to create the website. Here comes the moment of truth. Let's see if this works. All right, here it is. It's giving us the final. All right, and now we move on to Lovable.dev and we are going to give it play. Very well. So as you can see, we've prompted this and the magic begins. We have put in all the instructions, the hover effects, hero, headline, the call to action, how we want the buttons, the transitions, the brand story, meet the team, services and pricing, salon atmosphere, sections, minimalist goal divider. So it's very detailed on what we've done, and how we got here is by first, if you recall, is going here and I'm opening a hair salon and I would like to create a website. Can you give me a proper structure of a website and services? So it all began with just the foundation for that. Then after the foundation, we moved on to give me a final website description with great detail. And then I plugged that into our project, which we had created, a Lovable.dev expert. So it's still spinning here. Let's see what it's told us here. Well, it says, I'll implement a luxury theme design system, add fonts, create a beautiful homepage with hero features and a client spotlight slider, add global header, footer, and pages with basic SEO via React Helmet Async. I'll also add a placeholder auth page and prompt you to connect Supabase before enabling login/sign up. Proceeding to update design tokens, animations, buttons, variants, routes, and generate a hero image. That's great. So just while that loads, and I'm going to show you some examples of some projects that I've used Lovable for. What a great tool. Being able to use and create MVPs so quickly, something that just a few years ago, it could take you 12 weeks to do 10, 20, 30,000, a whole team to go from ideation to storyboarding to flowcharts to development to, oh, it's just the whole process here is all skipped. So let's see what we've been able to do here. I'll show you some other projects here in Lovable. For example, a while back, I sent a proposal to Chase Roofing for creating a CRM system for their customers who typically don't have the best communication with the people or the workers that are doing the roofing. So this CRM system would be a dashboard what their customer sees. So a customer would see their project manager, their recent updates, their project process, important documents that they have for their particular project. And it's an all-in-one place where a customer can see all their information. And it really is about customer satisfaction and improving 5-star reviews. So that's what it was all about. And here also being able to create the back end of what they would see, which is all their clients, and then the project process and more of the admin features on this side. So this is something that I was able to create and propose in a very short amount of time and create using Lovable. So let's see if we can go back here and let me hide this. So here is a Salon website that it's put together. And I think I went over 5 minutes. I might be at 7, but that is still pretty darn good. Look at this beautiful website that it's created. Now it's created some AI images here, which is fine. They're great placeholders. You can create other images or use your real photos or use photos from pexels.com. Look, it's created the price list here, the about us, the story. So these are things that now you can go in and by prompting and by adding photos, you can begin customizing very easily. For example, in this about page, if you wanted to change something, you would copy, for example, and you put change from, and then you would put that text, and then you would put change to, born from an editorial spirit, or Salon blends artistry with precision. We love our customers. Let's say we were just making a quick edit. That's how we would ask. Never will you get into the development side. This typically works very well with websites that are non-e-commerce. So any storefronts, brick and mortar, any informational sites, any type of group, and of course, any type of MVP, any CRMs that you're creating for your company. I was showing you some other examples. Here's another website mock-up that I was putting together for Indian Princess organization, which is a father-daughter organization. Here it is. We were trying to create something for sponsors to upload all their information on their onboarding. Here's for a Marshmallow company. That's very easy to do with prompting, like we just showed you here on Lovable. Moving back here, it says we love our customers. So it was able to do that quick update. You would update your logo here, and it's also mobile friendly. It typically does a very good job on the mobile format, and you're able to prompt it to even optimize more the mobile format. So that is a very quick demo on how you can create a website, an MVP, very quickly using Lovable.dev, and not only saving thousands of dollars, but saving a lot of time and a lot of headaches. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch the next lesson or the next tutorial, and thanks for watching.